Hello, everyone. This is Eric from WiseSeed. How are you doing? I trust that you are all doing well. I just want to thank everyone for the warm response that I received regarding the last video, which had to do with fathers and whether they do matter at all. Many people expressed that they had been touched by that video and they were looking for the next. Many people also requested to understand marriage, that does it even matter in our time to marry. I have a big passion for families, and therefore, when people have spoken, I think we have to listen and deliver, which is what we are going to do. Because of the popular request, we've set a date, which is on the 7th of November. It will be on Zoom, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. We want to cut across religions, cut across creed, cut across class, and to understand what this important institution is all about and whether we have to continue or reject. Because when you talk about marriage, it is something that is a very delicate matter because some people have different emotions altogether because of their experiences. And therefore, the topic of marriage always brings different emotions to different people. But I think that's why we are there. We have to talk about some difficult subjects and then reason out and to take what is best and what is not. Now, I'm not surprised at all because it's not only in the UK, but actually in the world at large. Marriage is repugnant if people don't even want to hear about it. They think that it is just religious people that want to do their own thing, let them do their own thing. And people don't even want to think about it. Now, my worry is that some children, and in fact, many children, also wonder, like the last video that we did, that how come that dad is not at home? How come that, where is dad at all? You know, how come it's just me and my mom living at home? And these children also, for if you don't know, I just wanted to know that they go through emotions with so many questions that are not answered. And therefore, some of them grow up very bitter, very, very bitter. It's coming to the point now that the value when it comes to marriage is diminishing. It's actually going down. And it is very sad. It is very sad. Very, very sad. There is a trend that many people are not getting married. That's the truth of the matter. To some people, it is just paper. To them, they say that so long as we are in love and we have two consenting adults that have decided to live together, what's the point of going through all these ceremonies and vow taking and money spending and stuff? And that is what is happening. Guys, that is what is happening. That people will say that there's no point. Some will even argue that economically it's also not bad. Because if you are married, your tax is probably different from if you are not married. And many people are calling themselves singles and making money because they don't have to pay tax and stuff. And so tax-wise, to some people, they like it. And therefore, they don't even see the need to marry. They want to remain single. That is their choice. That's what people want. And therefore, we have different alternatives now. You know, we have people who are not married. They come together and decide to live. And they cohabit and they are fine with that. There are also people who do the trial marriage, you know, just like going to get a new car. You test it before you buy it. And that's what many people are doing as well. They try it, they tell you, let's try it for one year or 2 years. If it works, great. If it doesn't work, then we move on. No hard feelings. I don't know if that's true or not. Whether there's no hard feelings, because something might have definitely happened. There are also people, obviously, who are homosexuals, who like two men or two women deciding to marry, and same-sex marriage. Unfortunately, there are also people who are married to animals. And we've seen many of this. If you haven't seen this or heard it, then you haven't been reading. And there are people that are actually married to their pets. One of the things that I read, somebody was saying that, what's the point? People will hurt you, but dogs will not hurt you. And because of that, dogs are loyal. And she married to the dog. Yeah, married to the dog. Now, the sad part is that according to the Office for National Statistics, which is ONS, 42% of marriages in England and Wales will end up in divorce. And these are the people, if you are men between the age of 45 and 49, women between 40 and 44. That is 2017 stats. When it comes to 2020, they are saying that 60% of couples who get married between the ages of 20 and 25 will end up in divorce, unfortunately. But 25 and over is 24% less likely to get divorced. Now, what they are saying, the divorce rate in 2020 is lower. But these experts are also saying that the reason for the divorce being lower is because not many people are getting married. Now, the common reason why these people, the ONS also give reasons for people divorcing. They say that what they said is unreasonable behaviors. The reason for these marriages breaking down is because of unreasonable behaviors. Guys, you should tell me what that means. A lot is happening. That's what they cited, unreasonable behaviors. But having worked with people, having worked with families, we understand some of these things as well. That's infidelity. Some reasons why people divorce is infidelity. Not being faithful to your partner. People can't take it, and therefore we just get divorced. Money issues is also a big one. And people actually also see that they fell in love and now they've fallen out of love with passage of time. And therefore they don't need any more time with this person. They just move on. To them, because I fell in love with you, now I've fallen out of love with you, I can say bye-bye to you. And this is what we are teaching our children. Now, communication issues has also become a big thing, where many women and men will say that because you're not listening, because you are not meeting my needs, I'm sorry, I can't be with you any longer. Sex is another thing. And then we have also this me generation. The focus is me, myself, and I. And the other partner will say that, I'm sorry, because you're not focusing on me, but all about you, I can no longer live with you. So people have different reasons why they decide to divorce. Now, why are we doing all this? We are doing all this because it is a fact, and people need to understand that it's only a small minority of people that are actually believe in this traditional, what people call outdated, archaic kind of relationship or marriage. And that is between a male and female. And this is seen as also the bedrock, as a bedrock of society. The bedrock of society before all these things happen was the family. And people need to understand that it is so important that we get grips of what this institution is all about. Now, because it has implication, many people don't realize that it has an implication. A lot of people have been hurt by that. And therefore, they use their experiences to tell people to move on and not even think about marriage. What's the point? People will hurt you. So why do you even bother? People are selfish. Why do you even bother? Now, especially the young people that are coming are so bogged down with so many things that it's all about flashy. And people don't seem to understand that, people don't seem to understand that it is such a detailed and a very conscious, deliberate thing that you decide to go into. I'm just going to end with this. Unfortunately, many of our young people that are coming, and I will say that because it's many of our young people that are coming who are so focused on social media. They want to get the best, hairdresser. They want to get the best venue so that they can go and show to the outside world. And therefore, their focus becomes so much on the details of the wedding, which probably will last for 3 hours, 4, 5 hours, or probably a day. But actually, the marriage itself that people need to focus on, which is definitely likely to last for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 years. People are not prepared for it. That is a sad fact. The one that will last longer, we don't have time for it. But we have time for the ones that are flashy. I want to encourage you to think of what I'm saying. There are some people, marriage is also not about, if your emphasis on marriage is about the physical, I'm sorry, you have deviated. There is a song, I'm in love with your body. You are in love with just the body and nothing else. If the body starts shrinking, unfortunately, you will leave the person. And that is not, that kind of person wouldn't understand what marriage is all about. Society is going on a different tangent. And it is so sad that people are now talking about, this is my right and I want to do whatever I want to do, lead me. Fortunately, you can choose what you want. But unfortunately, you cannot choose the consequences that will come to you. Marriage is not a decision that should come from the head. But actually, it is a conscious, it has to come from the will. It has to come from the will. I just want people to understand the reason that we are doing all this is also for you to know that marriage is not just between the two of you. It's not, and I repeat, please don't think that it is about the two consenting adults and that's it. I don't care about any other person. You will care at some point. When you are hurt, you will care for the people that care about you. Marriage is not just about you. It affects your family. It affects society. I want to thank all of you. If you have a relationship, if you have a wife or husband, please take care of the person. If you are deciding to go into marriage, I want you to ask yourself some questions. That question that you say, till death do us part, do you really believe that? Is that coming from your will? Or I just want to get the day done and just move on? Please understand, some people will be hurt. A lot of people actually do have mental health problem as a result of unhealthy relationship that they had. They went into not knowing where they are getting into. I want to invite you, please share this video, that on the 7th of November 2020, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. we will lay down some things. I will send the link later on. Please save the date and we shall meet again. Thank you all. Thank you very much.